Hello friends. This video is going to show off Icon Bronco number 7. It's a 1972. We started with this nice original paint truck, disemboweled it, and did our thing. This is the first one that has been ordered by our client with the hardtop as well as the optional Icon soft top. The hardtops are removable. A lot of people don't realize that. They're a little bit awkward, fairly heavy, but great design. We have an electric hoist option also to make an easier job out of that in your garage at home. A little bit of road action. There's the rear suspension at play. And likewise, here's the front suspension doing its thing. Taking a quick drive up the Snake Canyon to get to my favorite photo shoot location. Right here in town, but edge of horse country. It's quite lovely. So this truck is really well optioned. It's equipped with the sport brakes, as well as the sport suspension. We're running the Black Rock wheels, the Ranger trim, the amp research power steps, the full focal audio with amp and bass, navigation, heated seats, winch, auxiliary lighting, front and rear, etc. Pretty much all the good stuff. It's also running the architectural glass. The glass is kind of cool. We pioneered that many years ago, and it's been very popular in a lot of our projects. We first started using it in our one-offs like the Derelicts and the Reformers. And then when we started doing the Bronco, we thought it fit in really well. It's actually skyscraper glass, so we get into a really interesting range of reflective and tint values. But then we had to get pretty crafty in figuring out how to make it appropriate for automotive, for safety glass. So that process entails wet CNCing it and then tempering it, which is trickier than it sounds because there's a lot of steps in that process and shrinkage to deal with, which makes it a little extra fun. This truck has the lit side markers. The earlier ones do not. They're just reflectors. But this vintage has those lighting up, so we maintained that. This client wanted this black finish. So up close you'd notice it has a very fine metallic nanoparticle in suspension that gives it a little bit more character and surface sheen. Other than that, it's a pretty true black, and it sets off the trim of the bumpers and the Ranger package and then the stainless brightwork, I think, quite nicely. Personally, I like them in like a silver. They look really cool. You'll see one of those coming up here soon. We're just finishing. Here's a quick shot of it with the hardtop affixed. Again, with the architectural glass, you'll notice the LED third brake light. All of my lighting is LED. I'm a big diode junkie, so everything from headlights to interior lights to tail lights, side markers, literally every bulb, everything all the way through to the IP. Here's a quick close-up of our front grille, which we work with the guys up at Neil Fay to execute that. That's CNC'd out of a 96-pound chunk of billet down to about 22 pounds, and then has a unique surface hard coat on it that makes it super durable. The lettering on that grille is CNC'd in stainless, and then we have that enameled by Ford for us so that we get the proper color and longevity and quality that we all want. Here's a little close-up of our redesigned door handles. These are cast and then CNC'd in stainless steel, as are my rearview mirrors. The idea in redesigning those and other elements of the truck was to try and put ourselves basically in the shoes of the original designer who penned the car. So before the pencil pushers at the big companies start to say, use this mirror from this other car and this handle from this other project because they're free, we already paid for them, we like to ask ourselves, what would that designer have really wanted if he had had the control in those details throughout? So it's a really fun and exciting aspect of what we do here, and really lets us kind of get creative and reimagine things from the perspective of the original design. Here's our taillight guard, also showing off our LED circuit board taillight, which look dead stock until you power them up, and then they've got a really nice novel effect. Here's the Icon laser cut stainless steel veneer for the tailgate, as well as the redesigned locking tailgate handle. The original ones were not locking. Here's our CNC'd fuel cap. And then here's some details of the rear auxiliary light, which comes on automatically when you engage reverse, but it's also set up on a toggle, so if someone's tailgating, you can really mess with them. Quick tour of the engine bay. As with all of the Icon Broncos, this is running the 2013 Mustang GT Specific Coyote 5.0. Great motor, tons of power, really nice. We've really nailed the tuning and refinement of them, and I've been really happy with that motor. Worked direct with Ford to get those directly off the production line for the GTs, which is all fine and dandy, except I got to buy a buttload of them all at once, which kind of hurts the cash flow. Here's the data tag showing the number in sequence, as well as a tribute to the designers involved in the process. Here are the Blackwalk wheels showing off the Icon Sport Brakes by StopTech, and here again in the rear. Here's the Amp Research power step that's tied to a sensor in the door jamb, which also powers up the LED dash lights, which are all sourced. They're the same lights that are in cigarette boats and MiG fighter jets. Here's our laser cut stainless door panel. The doors are coated in Dynamat and then have this specialty panel, which is a couple layers of materials, including brushed stainless, aluminum, and the Chilowich textile insert. This particular truck went for power windows. There you see the lit power window controls on the driver's door, as well as power door locks. There you see our knurled redesigned deal. Here's our gauge pack, which we designed working with our buddies over at Dakota Digital. Came out really cool. And then the satellite option brought to us by our friends at Garmin. That's a portable unit with its own hard drive and battery, so its utility continues on the trail. Quick pan of the dash, glove box, labor of love. No short of 12 different CNC components stacked, and then on the inside we have the instruction controls for the four-wheel drive. Seating is running Mercedes OEM marine rated vinyl with the Chilowich inserts, which are also on the floor mats lined in Dynamat. Here you see the sport brake pedal package for brake, clutch, parking brake, and gas. Those are CNC'd aluminum with the Icon Lizard. And here's our super nifty and totally unnecessary fire extinguisher from our friends at Safecraft, all CNC'd and really beautifully crafted. The rear seat tucks and tumbles for storage and also can be removed. Side cargo panels, again lined in Dynamat and integrating location for power port, full call audio, bass, and primary speakers, as well as more cast stainless courtesy lights. There you see the flush anchors for cargo. The side panels, again, matching the front in the laser cut stainless. This truck has AutoNet mobile Wi-Fi hub, which is kind of a nifty new option we're starting to play with. And here you see the gas shocks for the rear. We've converted the hood as well as the rear liftgate to gas shocks. I appreciate your time watching, and as always, thank you so much for your support. Icon4x4.com.